is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Now, that's the highest we've ever had on the channel. Will we ever match 1170 again? I have absolutely no idea. We lost a ton during my day off. Look at that. We lost like 70 members, okay? That means that a big member bomb from December expired. It's fine. There were a bunch of member bombs in December. They're going to continue to expire over the month. So, if you'd like to support the channel today, a great way to do it might be to become a member or gift some memberships. If we get to 1,200 members at any point, we unlock a new emote slot. And I actually have a few new emotes that we could possibly use. Someone had actually made me a couple of Street Fighter related emotes, me dressed up as Ryu and Ken. Remember how I did that last year? So two heads of mine looking like Ryu or Ken that are kind of silly that we could use. And those could just be placeholders until we figure out a better emote to use. Because remember I said, once you unlock a new emote slot on YouTube, you basically need to have an emote in there so that you have that slot.
Disgusting beggar.
As you know, earlier this week, on the 7th, I received 200 gifted memberships from Nikita. Whoever that is, because that's not a regular, that's not someone who talks in the chat, it's just someone who dropped 200 memberships on the community. You guys got them. As you can see, we still have them. They still count, right? You all have them. The next day on the 8th, another 200 gifted memberships dropped. Like, whoa, same thing from this Nikita person. And we're all so grateful and happy. It's such an awesome, positive feeling, right? And then a day passed, and then on the 10th, so this was back on Wednesday, during my daytime stream, another 100 memberships dropped, and this time it was by someone whose account was named Duty. Now, immediately this caused drama. Why? Because one of my detractor slash restreamer slash hate watcher slash internet stalkers, their name is like Duty Streams or something like that, and people were like, oh, was it them? Yes, it was. So thank you so much to Duty Streams for gifting me 100 memberships. No, I don't think it was them. Yeah, that's a stupid association. But, I mean, you could definitely say, gee, isn't that kind of weird that this particular person is using that name and then gifting 100 memberships to your community? Yeah, it is weird. And again, we looked at the account. The account has existed for 3 years. It's not like a brand new dummy account made on YouTube. Who knows why an account named Duty, all of a sudden, they've never spoken in the chat, and they're dropping 100 memberships on the channel, right? Now, obviously, I don't look a gift horse in the mouth. I'm happy for this. And by the way, if you guys haven't noticed, all of you have kept these gifted memberships. You have them all, so it looks like they've stuck, right? Except, you know, I'm checking every day on YouTube. It's now been 5 business days since I received that first batch of gifted memberships. Remember, it was the 7th I said? They still haven't counted them towards my revenue on the channel. It's as if they don't exist. Now, what does that mean?
Phil's a scam artist.
But, you know, I have to be skeptical. You guys have to remember something. I've had so many malicious, fraudulent, even criminal things happen to me over the years. You know, remember years ago, someone was coming in with insane amounts of fake tips that were from actual stolen credit cards they bought off the black market. And so they would come in and do these tip bombs, and the next thing you know, they weren't real. And then I had to basically undo them and uncount them. And, you know, it's a big mess. It's a big thing. There's all kinds of stuff like that over the years that have happened. Chargebacks and stuff. So, yeah, when I get a big thing of positivity like that, like these member bombs, I do have to kind of be skeptical. It's kind of the better thing to do is to err on the side of caution rather than just say, yeah, I'm just going to get it no matter what. You know, so I'm looking, I'm like, dude, it's been almost a week, 5 business days, and still YouTube's not counting these memberships. What is going on with that? All right? So I don't know. And I actually don't even know if YouTube will even confirm or deny these memberships by the end of the month. I mean, we still have like 2-3 weeks left in the month. I don't know how YouTube does it. The only thing I could do is at some point, if it's still, like, let's say I wait another week and it's still not showing up, maybe I could try to contact YouTube Help. Like, they have a chat for partners and say, can you take a look at this and let me know what's going on? But the last time I tried to contact them for help, they don't help at all. It's just someone sitting there in, like, a call center on a computer, going through a checklist of answers, and they don't understand the answers themselves. They have no, like, self-consciousness of what they're talking about. They're just typing answers off of a sheet that they're told to answer from. They don't know anything.
Ow! Why'd you do that? Why did you do that? Why'd you just go to bite mommy? Wow. Alright, so you see what pigs can do.
Okay, so it might be completely worthless. I don't know. I mean, if anything, You know, if at least I could talk to them and be like, hey, what's the maximum amount of time I need to wait to confirm I'm actually going to get, you know, something positive from a gifted membership, or that you guys might reverse it or whatever. I don't know. It's weird that they're keeping them all in limbo like that.
500 plus gifted memberships in limbo. That's a lot. That's a ton of income. That could help me a lot. Think about that. I mean, that's a ton. That's super helpful if that actually counts towards the channel. That could help so much moving forward next month. So I hope they're real. I hope they count.
I'm glad you guys got them and are still reaping the benefits of them. But if I don't get them, yeah, that really stinks. Okay? So that's the only real negative thing that I really have to talk about right now. All right? And I want to get that out of the way because we have so much good positive stuff to focus on today's show. I'd rather get that out of the way. Obviously, I'll let you know what happens if and when I get information. I don't know when I'll get information. I might never get information. I might not know till I get paid by YouTube in a month. Alright? That really sucks. So, it is what it is, but let's at least be happy for the fact that the channel is at a record high. I mean, 1170 is the record. Hell, being over 1100 is crazy, right?
Oh my god, he's drinking wheelchair donations.
It was 100% her choice. I never pressured her at all to come onto my content. I told you guys, I've always had this open door policy that if she ever felt like she wanted to be part of my content, she could be. And she felt like it was time. And I don't know if it was a combination that it's a new year and things, you know, you get to a point where you're just so, like she said this herself on the stream. You get so desensitized because you know there's so many people constantly just saying negative things about you that who cares about it anymore. They've said every possible nasty thing they could possibly say. And once it's all been said and done and it's already out there, who gives a shit about what else they're possibly going to say about you, right? She really enjoyed doing it. She does want to be in future content, but she wants to see how the public reception is to the stream. She wants to hear everyone's feedback about it, because one of the big questions at the end of that stream, right, was very simple. How often should Kat appear in content? How often should she come on a stream? Should it be that maybe once every couple of weeks she comes on and we just do a family night Q&A hangout session together with the chat? Would that work? Should she involve herself in gameplay? Now, one of the things that was determined, and we talked about this on that nightly first stream, was she very much wants to come on the streams and play Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth with me, but not the main game. There's a virtual, like, Animal Crossing style island that you can build in the new Like a Dragon. And the way it works is, I guess it's its own thing. Now, it's unclear because the game's not out yet. Now, the funny part is, and I'll say this too, because I started seeing a pattern of negativity on the videos, okay? Basically, what it is my detractors and haters love to fabricate drama. So, I saw a couple things, and one of the running themes was, oh, you just kept constantly talking over her and interrupting her. So I asked her, I said, did you feel like I was doing that? She said, no, I don't even know what they're talking about. I know, because, you know, the thing is, if she's giving an answer, and I feel like I can add to it because there's something that we've talked about personally in a conversation, then I'm going to jump in and chime in. That way it feels organic. As opposed to, if I just let her talk endlessly, and then I never chime in, then you could not get to a certain part of a conversation that could be much more interesting. And this is something that actually used to happen also when I used to do co-op stuff with John Rambo back in the day. I could just sit there and let him talk endlessly about what he's saying, like when we're doing our wrestling commentary show that we used to do. Or I could chime in with something additional, and he's like, oh yeah, and then he'll follow up, and you have a back and forth, as opposed to just, I'm talking, now that person is talking, now I'm talking, now that person is talking. Instead, you can actually have what's called conversational tone, which is more natural than just one person talking and then having a dialogue, then the other person has a single dialogue. It's a little better, you see? But the thing is, people have not heard Kat talk in over 5 years on stream, so I think a lot of people just were really attentive to what she was saying. And of course, you hear me talk every single day, all day. So obviously what I'm saying probably isn't nearly as interesting as what you thought she was saying, because she's the person you haven't heard from. So I understand that feedback, and I accept it, and thank you. I asked her, and she said no, she didn't feel that way. But here's the thing, is when people say stuff like, oh, well, this was just happening. Well, it wasn't.
He's a piece of crap. He's a lying piece of crap.
The two people who were here can tell you it wasn't, but you're going to do that because you're running with your bullshit memes as usual, right? They always have to have a toxic, negative meme going on, and that was the running meme, supposedly, is that, oh, Phil just talked over her constantly the whole night. That didn't happen. Literally, factually didn't happen. Nice try. You failed again. Every time, they gotta make up, this is their running. So for 2 days, you know, that night and all yesterday, that's the meme about the night, is that Phil's an asshole, he wouldn't let his wife talk. Didn't happen. You're an idiot. You can believe it in your circle-jerking circles. No one else believes you, because we all watched the videos. People were here live. They saw what happened, and they had a good time.
Oh my god, he's drinking piss.
All these years, they always say, oh, he's lazy. He's the guy that sits back and does no effort or anything. It's like, If you looked in the last few years of all the effort that I've put in, my entire setup's different now, right? We've got better visuals, better quality. I've upped my bitrate on both my stream and my videos. Better backgrounds that I change every month, trying to put effort. Better animations, right? Now we're trying to spruce things up on the channels. Better thumbnails, better titles. You know, got a channel of the throwback content. That's something you've asked for all these years. My wife wants to be part of my content again. How can you say that things are stagnant? How could you possibly, with any kind of a piece of factual evidence behind it, say that I am lazy and I'm not trying to improve my content for the better? I don't know how you could unless you're a disingenuous piece of crap just trying to create drama for the sake that you want to put out content on the internet and make money on me, right? That's about it. I can't think of another way you could really justify it, alright? So, I'm doing my best, alright? Now, let's see how the year goes, right? Let's see if things stay the way they are and they're positive and they're fun. I hope they are. I hope that all this continues and you guys will continue to check out the content and support it and enjoy it and give me feedback. It is literally all these improvements that I have done. I just want you to understand. Literally, every single improvement I've done is because of you and your feedback. That's why I need it. This constructive feedback is greatly appreciated. Sitting here and saying toxic, nasty stuff constantly gets nothing done. But actually giving me constructive feedback in a positive way, you see I'm making these changes now, right?
Oh my god, he's drinking sperm? There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me. It's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone. I just care about money. That I just can't help it. I eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.